Our post-game show is presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today. And our player of the game brought to you by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. Dan Mowdy is with a happy Diane Nolan.
All right, we are here with the head coach of Lafayette College, Diane Nolan. Diane, as John Leone had brought out, second half changes in defensive positions and different assignments seem to really make a difference here in the second half for Lafayette.
Well, they had two players who were really taking us to lunch, and we say, we have to change our defense. And I thought our kids understood it, and they were able to execute it, and, it shut down their scoring. Two kids were doing the bulk of their scoring, so we had to kind of play a little bit differently on them, and then the other three had to slot around, and I thought they did a really nice job.
I think the young lady to my right here, who we'll be talking to in just a second, Maddie Peabody, was a big part of that defensive effort. You're talking about keeping hope to just 2 second-half points after she lit it up with 14 in the first half.
Absolutely. Maddie is a really great defender, real quick, great instincts, and we just challenged her and said, listen, we got to keep her, in check, and she accepted that role and did it great.
You've got one of those women and girls in sports contests coming up on Wednesday down at Loyola. Good luck there for an early contest at 11.
Well, we're looking forward to it because on the return Wednesday, we'll be here doing the same thing. So it's educational day for us.
Sounds terrific. Well, congratulations on a terrific win.
Thank you.
Diane Nolan, the head coach of the Lafayette Leopards. Let's bring in Maddie Peabody of Louisville, our player of the game, team captain and a senior policy studies major. Maddie, not huge numbers, but you played a tremendous part in keeping Boston Terriers quiet in that second half. As your coach pointed out, there were a couple of sharpshooters that needed to be challenged a little bit.
Yeah, 21 and 12 had a great game. I think 21 started out 6 for 6 and 12 started out 4 for 5 going into halftime. So that was the key in the second half, was to shut them down. We changed our defensive plan a little bit and decided to go ahead and deny them, and it worked out for us.
You seem to have great hustle each and every game all over the court, and some great skills as well with the three-point shot really coming into play this year. Tell us a little bit about the difference from last year to this year in your own personal play.
We lost a little bit of scoring on the inside last year, so it's been one of those things that kind of trying to take a little bit of that load off, but getting the ball where it needs to go is a big focus for me this year, and getting it to who it needs to get to. Jamie O'Hare shooting the ball wonderfully from the three-point line. Emily's doing a great job for us inside. Ashley's a pick and pop. She can hit it inside, and Linnell's been shooting well too, and all my teammates. But it's one of those things, making sure the girl who's on, get her the ball kind of thing.
I could not have put it better myself. Well said. Maddie Peabody, our Coca-Cola player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring it back to Gary and John.
All right, Dan, thank you, and congratulations to Maddie for a really terrific all-around game today. It's time for our highlights of today's ball game, and certainly a 67-60 win is a highlight. Here's John.
Yes, it is, Gary, and a hard-fought win, because give credit to the Boston U team. They're a young team. They're an up-and-coming team, and in the first half, Molly McKendrick got them going. She's the senior leader, and you talk about it, 14 first-half points. She got them in a variety of ways, but this is a young lady who has had some difficulty in terms of the wins and the losses, and she answered the call today. But boy, Sarah Hope, Gary, she was absolutely on fire, and we'll talk about the defensive adjustment in the second half, but boy, did she get Lafayette's attention. Jamie O'Hara with a terrific game, another all-around game, Gary. I don't think she turned the thing over, and she had at least 6 or 7 assists, just doing a great job. And of course, Emily Homan, what can you say about the 6'3" senior on the inside? Every time she caught the ball, something good happened, and BU really had no answer for her in the paint tonight. And again, you see her just staying with it, doing a terrific job. In the second half, they started Boston University, and that opened up the perimeter just a little bit. And Gary, it was kind of a rob Peter to pay Paul. Boston U defending the inside, freed up Linnell Mackman for 2 big threes, and then the bounce pass from Jamie O'Hare to Emily Homan. That was a great two-man play. Anna Tazinski comes in and gives them another lift, and then Jamie O'Hare, once again, Gary, Boston U taking away the inside, accommodating Jamie O'Hare from the outside. You don't want to leave her alone. And again, the offense is just enough, but as we talked about, Gary, in the second half, everywhere that Sarah Hope went, Maddie Peabody was shadowing her, and that really changed the game.
And John, you mentioned she did not have a turnover in the entire ball game, had 4 assists in the game, so a great all-around day for a point guard. Maddie doing exactly what you want a point guard to do. Here are the final numbers for Boston University. They're 60 points on 25 field goals. They were 6 for 17 from beyond the arc and 4 for 6 from the foul line. They go to 3-12 and 0-4 in the Patriot League, led by Molly McKendrick with 16 and Sarah Hope with 16, but just 2 second-half points. For Lafayette, they're 67 points on 23 field goals. They were 8 for 23 from beyond the arc, 13 for 21 from the foul line. Emily Holman picks up her 7th 20-plus game this season, and Jamie O'Hare with 14 points and 6 assists. Holman with 8 rebounds. Ashley Lutz with 10 rebounds in the ball game. Lafayette goes to 9-6 and evens up their Patriot League record at 2-2. So only American can be ahead of them in the standings after today, because Lehigh lost this afternoon. So things are looking good as both the men and the women win on a Saturday afternoon. For John Leone, Rick Gio, the RCN television team, and of course for Dan Mowdy, we thank you for so much for watching. I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.